EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Cutler's Dolphins going up against Tyrod Taylor's Bills.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Flex round. Here we go.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. Space to maneuver at the 40. A big gain there on the first play of the game. 41 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That guy keeps defensive coordinators up at night, doesn't he? Shady McCoy, because you never know when he's going to pop a big one. Since 2013, 22 games where he's rushed for over 100 yards.
But really struggled week 2 of the NFL season. 9 yards on 12 carries.
Well, that's tough sledding when you go against the Carolina Panthers defensive front led by KK Short.
McCoy's got the first down and more. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy from 19 yards away. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Detroit, here we go. Green, 39, Detroit, Detroit.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Ajayi probably happy to see Buffalo. Everyone remembers last year in the 2 games against him, he ran for 214 yards and 206 yards.
The 4th most in NFL history against one team in a single season. And the Bills have prided themselves on their run defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now Cutler. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup. They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
They go play action now. Cutler under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Ramon Humber coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. From the gun, it's Cutler. Flush to his right. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Back now with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. On the return, it's Brandon Tate. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Here we go.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. On second down, it's McCoy. And some space here. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills will extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins getting set to go here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Cutler will throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Marcel Darius able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Here we go. Green, 39.
To throw, Cutler. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let one go deep. And got his man complete. Devontae Parker. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 77 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a one-score game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And here come the Bills. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Shift together here from the D-line. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Cameron Wake in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack.
Here we go. Ohio.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 14 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage.
LaShawn McCoy off to the races. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bills will add on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And out come the Dolphins now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. A little educational piece. I know a lot of people here, 3-4, 4-3, etc. Take us through the 4-3, Charles.
Okay, 4-3. 4 down defensive linemen.
That's caught inside the 20. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now they send a running back in motion right. Now Taylor steps away to his left. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And
now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Taylor with a give to McCoy. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will extend their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. Would you say 3 rushing touchdowns? And, of course, throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. So it'll be first down here after the run. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They run again with Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Play action. It's Cutler. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. They're going to try and throw. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Right at the 45. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. 1st and 10. It's Cutler. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
2nd and 10 now. It's Cutler. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Kyle Williams, never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Over.
Now Cutler on 3rd and long. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here we go on 4th down with Cutler. He's going to launch this thing. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. An unbelievable play there on 4th and long. 46 yards. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Check number 6. Check number 6. Now let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Cutler. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
Again, it's McCoy. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there's a run to be happy with, good, solid yardage, he'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Past the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Another carry tonight for McCoy. He's been the workhorse. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. On 3rd down, Taylor. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Charles Harris able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. And Hauschka's kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. They'll start out on the ground with Ajayi. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Play action. Cutler. Eluding the pressure. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Lorenzo Alexander in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now a 20th carry here for McCoy. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.